Hey everyone, today we are reviewing the highest rated Japanese anime on IMDb, ranking them across 5 tiers from S down to R. First up is Vinland Saga. It holds a killer 8.8 rating on IMDb with over 70,000 votes, making it an absolute masterpiece of realistic historical action anime. The show uses a gritty hyper-realistic art style and combat choreography to flawlessly recreate the historical vibe of the Viking Age and the brutal reality of war. Everything from the visual texture and historical accuracy to the sheer depth of the storytelling is peak industry standard. It is a hardcore masterpiece that perfectly balances heavy history with deep reflections on human nature. By breaking away from the usual anime trope of fantasy and fictional worlds, it proves that a grounded realistic history title can be just as top tier, setting a brand new benchmark for the entire genre. I am putting this one straight into the B tier. Dragon Ball. It holds a killer 8.8 rating on IMDb with 170,000 votes, making it the absolute founding father of battle shonen anime. It expanded the original Dragon Ball lore and created the legendary Super Saiyan concept. The battles constantly level up with a fast-paced, incredibly hype rhythm. Goku's sense of justice and character growth are intensely contagious, serving as a core childhood memory for countless people. It defined the core formula for the entire battle shonen genre and stands as the most influential action anime worldwide, acting as one of the biggest champions that pushed Japanese anime onto the global stage. It has influenced multiple generations, and its combat mechanics and settings have been copied by almost every single battle shonen that followed. With an IP lifespan spanning decades, it is the #1 benchmark for Japanese anime cultural export. I am giving it the S tier. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. It sits at a stellar 8.9 rating on IMDb with 70,000 votes, making it a massive breakthrough for healing fantasy titles in recent years. It breaks completely away from the traditional combat and adventure formula, exploring time, life, and parting through the eyes of an immortal elf. The pacing is gentle and relaxed, and the emotions are incredibly delicate, using a soft narrative style to make the audience ponder the true meaning of life. The production is clean and beautiful, leaving a powerful lasting impression that heals the soul. It completely redefines the creative direction for slice-of-life fantasy anime and shatters the rigid stereotypes of the genre. It topped almost every major rating chart the second it aired, bringing widespread attention to slow-paced, artistic fantasy titles, and has become a landmark masterpiece for the diverse growth of new-era Japanese anime. I am putting this one in the A tier. Cowboy Bebop. It holds a legendary 8.9 rating on IMDb with 200,000 votes, making it the absolute artistic peak of original Japanese anime. It fuses sci-fi, Western elements, and jazz music to craft a romantic yet lonely cosmic tale. The focus stays tight on the characters' pasts and fates, keeping the emotions tightly connected even with standalone episodes. Its cinematic storyboarding paired with a classic jazz soundtrack maximizes the artistic vibe, delivering a story filled with romance and regrets meant entirely for adults. Standing as a prime representative of 1990s original anime, it is worshipped as a timeless masterpiece by Western animation circles and consistently makes it onto top global animation lists. Its genre fusion and cinematic storytelling have deeply influenced global anime and game development, proving that anime is a medium with high-level artistic value. I am giving it the S tier. Death Note. It also sits at a massive 8.9 rating on IMDb with 450,000 votes, marking a true milestone for psychological suspense anime. It delivers an ultimate battle of wits between two absolute geniuses. Driven entirely by deduction and psychological warfare, the pacing stays incredibly tight with non-stop suspense. It takes a deep dive into the boundary between good and evil, as well as the corruption of human nature by power. The atmosphere building is second to none, making it the most famous psychological battle anime worldwide. It completely shattered the stereotype that anime is just mindless action, becoming the top choice for non-anime fans to get into the medium. The IP has spawned plenty of spin-offs, and its plot and concepts have been heavily copied, even triggering massive moral discussions in society, meaning its influence reaches far beyond the anime community. I am locking this one into the A tier. Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. It holds an impressive 8.9 rating on IMDb with 70,000 votes, serving as the final chapter of the franchise and a triumphant return after a years-long hiatus. The production quality has been upgraded across the board, flawlessly adapting the manga's most iconic scenes. It centers around the ultimate showdown between the Soul Society and the Wandenrake, delivering flashy battles packed with maximum tension while tying up early foreshadowing. It brings the series to a satisfying conclusion, packing both nostalgia and top-tier quality. It successfully revived a classic IP, sparking a massive wave of nostalgia across the internet and pushing Bleach right back to the peak of popularity. It sets a new benchmark for animating sequels to older series, proving that classic franchises can still hold massive market appeal when crafted with care. I am placing this in the B tier. Hunter x Hunter 2011. It sits at a stellar 8.9 rating on IMDb with 180,000 votes, standing as a high-quality reboot that stays deeply faithful to the original manga. It completely breaks out of the traditional shonen formula, offering a shifting plot style, a strictly logical combat system, and characters who actually have high IQs. The Chimera Ant arc especially pushes the story to an incredible thematic height, stripping away absolute plot armor to balance entertainment with a deep exploration of human nature and survival. It breathed new life into a classic franchise, becoming the gold standard for how to do an anime reboot. Its anti-trope setups and unique combat system have heavily influenced the new generation of anime creators, earning it an incredibly high reputation worldwide. I am ranking this in the A tier. One Piece. It holds a massive 9.0 rating on IMDb with 330,000 votes, seamlessly blending action, adventure, hilarious daily life, tear-jerking emotional moments, and deep social commentary. Its exploration of race, class, justice, and freedom carries incredible depth. Standing as an immortal classic of long-running shonen anime, it constructs a massive and fantasy-filled seafaring world. It is a national-level IP in Japan that shattered the world record for manga sales, boasting hundreds of millions of fans globally and a rich ecosystem of spin-offs. It has led the creative trend for long-running action-adventure shows and serves as a core representative of Japanese anime cultural exports, with an influence spanning decades. I am giving it the A tier. Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. It holds a legendary 9.1 rating on IMDb with 240,000 votes, widely recognized as the absolute ceiling of manga adaptations with zero negative reviews. Driven by the core concept of equivalent exchange, it tells the journey of two brothers trying to recover their bodies. The plot is a perfect logical closed loop, with zero dragging or narrative pacing issues. It beautifully balances warmth with brutality, tackling themes of life, redemption, and human nature. The characters are incredibly fleshed out, with no absolute good or evil. It achieves a flawless balance between commercial success and thematic depth, setting the gold standard for the shonen adaptation industry. Its philosophy of staying completely faithful to the original work and refusing to let the plot fall apart has had a profound impact, keeping it consistently at the very top of classic anime charts year after year. Its core concepts have become cultural symbols for the anime community, making it a masterpiece recognized by audiences of all ages. I am ranking this in the S tier. Attack on Titan. It holds a legendary 9.1 rating on IMDb with a massive 660,000 votes. Starting off with a brutal survival crisis of humanity fighting against titans, the plot delivers layer after layer of mind-blowing plot twists. It evolves from a hype struggle for survival into a deeply profound exploration of war, freedom, and human nature. The character development is incredibly multidimensional, while the storyboarding, soundtrack, and action sequences are all absolute peak industry standards. Its narrative carries both an epic scale and immense depth, making it a masterpiece that completely shatters the boundaries of traditional shonen anime. Standing as one of the top globally influential Japanese anime of the 21st century, it completely broke through into mainstream Western media channels. It has dominated major rating platforms for years, becoming a massive crossover hit that vastly upgraded the voice and influence of Japanese animation within global mainstream culture. I am putting this right into the S tier.